Okay, in class, I mentioned that I'm not going to spend class time showing you how I clean the data. It'd be a quick video, so here it is. Um, we've got two categorical variables that we're using, although I may look at education in class and clean that one in class, but sex and marital status we're going to look at. Well, if you go into the data dictionary or the metadata and look at the sex variable, see how does this come from the source we got it? Well, it's one and two. One male, two female. That doesn't work in regression. A dummy variable is yes, no. It's not this or that. Since there are, in this data set, only two categories, I can make it male, yes, no, female, yes, no, 1, 0. And because there are two, we'd know what the other one is in the data set. Since male's already coded one, I'll go ahead and use male. So over here, just using this statement to clean it up. So if this sex variable is equal to 1, leave it 1. That means according to the data it's male. Otherwise, make it 0 because it's not male. And copy that all the way down. Then go back over to the cleaned data. You want to put it there. Paste the values. The other cleanup I'm going to do right in the cleaned data. Marital status. Let's go back and look at the data dictionary. MARST, marital status. There are 6 categories for marital status. So it's categorical, but I can't in regression have a single categorical variable 6 categories. If I wanted to deal with all 6 categories, I'd need 5, not 6, but 5 dummy variables. Yes, no for this category, yes, no for this one, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. That's 5, and then if those are all no, it'd be the 6th category. Or I could pick any 5 I wanted and do that. I'm going to worry only about 3 of these, category 1, category 4, category 6. So I don't know if they're married, spouse present, if they're divorced, if they're never married, or they're anything else. So the anything else would be that they're all going to be zeros. How do I do that? Same way. So I'm going to have the married, divorced, and never married categories. And it's if statements. So if this MARST code is equal to 1, then 1, yes, they're married, spouse present. Otherwise 0, they're not that category. Again, this is only telling me yes or no for this category. I can copy it down right there if I want to. Same process. If MARST is equal to 4, category 4, then yes. So I use a 1. Yes, they're in the divorced category. Otherwise 0, they're not in the divorced category. Single never married. If the MARST variable, if E2 is equal to 6, then I say yes, they're in the single never married category. Otherwise 0, they're not. And I copy that down. I'm going to copy these right on top of themselves instead of over there for a moment. So copy, paste values, so the formulas are out. And then I'm going to go in here, insert a few spots, and copy it in that way. You don't really have to, but that's how you're going to find the data set that I give you. So this is cleaned up. Now, I haven't done this with the educational category yet. Maybe we'll do that in class. We'll have to wait and see. So now sex is a yes-no variable. Yes meaning male, no meaning not male, in this case female. That's all the data has. And I've got 3 separate marital status variables telling me they're married or they're not, they're divorced or they're not, they're single, never married, or they're not. And if those are all zeros, then they're some other group that I'm not too worried about. And you can have 10 categories and say, I want to look for this one versus everything else, or these 2 versus everything else. But then every one you want to look at needs its own dummy variable. So this is what we'll start working with in class.